What is going on, my wonderful subscribers? How are y'all doing today? Welcome back. So let's get right into this. Today we're going to be talking about CTF in competitive Call of Duty and I don't really know how to explain this. Just something that pisses me off. We'll get to that later. But today you guys are going to be seeing I'm going for a supply drop challenge. I believe it was 20 kills with a shotgun on uplink. I actually already got the supply drop, but I just played another gameplay because the first one wasn't very well, and I thought, you know what, that seems like a decent gameplay anyway, and I do fairly well. I think I go like 44 and something. Not terrific, but not terrible. And in the beginning, I start to get pretty heated, and then, you know, I start to slow down a little bit towards the like middle, and then I pick it back up towards the end. I'm not going to spoil the ending for you. It is, you know, I got a little bit frustrated, but we'll get into frustration later in the video. So real quick, I've been watching a lot of videos from professional Call of Duty players to just other people in general talking about it. CTF. I personally think the CTF should be taken out of the rotation. Excuse me. Like, I'll reference Nadeshot for an example. Nadeshot talked about in his CTF video about the spawns and everything, and I completely 100% agree with that. The spawns are totally jacked. You know, he talks about in the video, if you have two people pushing into the other people's base, and he said it was a 2v2, you take them out, and then the two people are going to spawn to the far left side, and then they have easy access to the other opponent's flag, and then it pretty much turns into a stalemate. And that happens to me all the time in ranked play, and in a couple tournaments I've played in over the last week or so, and GBs and UMGs, where like it'll become a stalemate, and you'll have to send like one or two people to like sneak in and try to, I guess you'd call it, assassinate the flag carrier, you know, without being seen, and, you know, return it so we can get the flag, you know, to the base. And it's very frustrating. I mean, I would much rather have hardpoint or uplink as a competitive player standpoint than from a viewer standpoint. Like, I know the Season 1 playoffs for this weekend, I would much rather see uplink and hardpoint, either of them twice, than see CTF. CTF, I mean, it was great in Black Ops 2, it was wonderful. And then in Ghost, when they brought Blitz in, I thought that was really good. I mean, it had its flaws and everything, especially on, what was the map? Oh wow, I can't even believe I forgot the map. I'll put a picture of it in the screen. Alright, so beyond that, you know, I honestly think it should be taken out. I mean, it's pointless, it's really annoying. As from a competitor's standpoint, as from a viewer standpoint, it's boring. So let's get into the other frustration I'm having. Earlier today, I was playing with a couple of my friends. I met them yesterday on ranked play. They're fairly decent. I'm going to post the beginning score and the ending score of the game for you guys to see. It honestly pissed me off. I did not want to get on after this game. I would show you guys the gameplay, but it got corrupt. I was going to use that one, but it fucked up. So yeah, it honestly frustrated me. It was uplink Detroit. I was doing extremely well. Like, I think within the first 2 minutes or so, I was like 19-3. I'll post that right now, a screenshot of that. And then one of the teammates lags out in like the middle of the game, and I'm trying my absolute hardest. Near the end of the game, I end up going like 40 something, and I don't even know. I have a bunch more deaths, but I think the other two people on my team, they both have a combined like 28 kills, like 14 apiece, and it aggravates me. I do not have a problem whatsoever if we're playing 4v4 SND or something like that, and I'm carrying the team. Like, let's say I have 40 kills, everybody else has like mid 25s in like a hard point. I'm completely okay with that. I'm not a Slayer by any means. In the last couple games in Black Ops 2, I used to be a Slayer, but I switched over to OBJ, and that's what I am now. And, you know, it's just frustrating that in ranked play, even, like, I don't even know why I got that upset. It just pissed me off. Like, I was in Masters, and I'm trying to grind a lot so I can get into Grandmasters, because when my team's not on, you know, just nothing really else for me to do besides free-for-all and ranked play, and I think right now I have like 150 wins in free-for-all, and it gets a little bit stale. It's a little bit boring. So I like to go over and play some ranked, and I got into Masters yesterday. For some reason, I played a game. I was at 0, and I lost the game last night, my last game on, and I lost this morning, first game on. And I was like, come on guys, we gotta win this. You know, I'm not trying to go back into Diamond. And right now I'm actually almost a 0 in Diamond, because I keep playing with shitty teammates and then they leave and it gets aggravating and I have to try and carry. But I'm not the best player by any means, but I can carry when I need to, and I can, you know, live up to the hype when I need to, you know, bring stuff to the table. But I don't know how you guys feel about this, if you guys are on a team or just in general. I mean, I don't really feel the same in public matches. I usually am always at the top of the leaderboard in public matches. It's easy stuff, in my opinion. But yeah, it was honestly frustrating. I don't even know what I would pinpoint exactly. It's just that I didn't feel that they were trying hard enough. And, you know, I mean, I know Masters and Grandmasters isn't that big of a deal, but you know, I just wanted to get there. I honestly don't even know why I was so pissed off. I still am a little bit, because I was honestly trying so hard, because I don't like to lose. The only times I've ever quit out of matches in this game after I've like changed my attitude about a lot of stuff would be probably when it's second round, and, you know, or even the end of first round, beginning of second round, and like anything, uplink, you know, or going into, I don't usually quit S&D, especially Optic's my favorite team, if you guys don't already know from following me on Twitter. But Optic is my favorite team, and when they lost to Complexity, when they made the, you know, 6-0 comeback, 1-6 comeback, I think it was 6-0 in Express S&D and Black Ops 2, you know, I always carry that with me, even though Optic was my favorite team, and, you know, I wish they could have won that and won the series and won that tournament. I always carry that with me, what Complexity did. I never give up on S&D. I always feel that if we can pull together as a team, we can, you know, defeat the inevitable and always come out on top. So I don't really give up on S&D at all. Hardpoint and, you know, Uplink and CTF are different. Like, if we're down, like, let's say, for example, it's 175 on Hardpoint to like 60. I'm going to leave the game if there's only like 3 people left in the game. Even if it's our team and we're only playing as 3 people, I don't see a point in delaying the inevitable and, you know, trying to make a comeback. I mean, yeah, there's always the possibility, but that's like a 1 in 1,000 chance that you're going to come back from a 175 to 65 deficit. I mean, I don't know too many teams in general in the pro circuit that could even do that. I mean, maybe if you're like a Optic against like a low ranking team, like an amateur team, but yeah, that's the only time I'm ever gonna quit. I never quit for team scrims, 8s, anything like that. Never quit, never will. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta talk about. Actually, when I was recording, not this gameplay, but the one before it, I was playing, what was it, Comeback Uplink with a shotgun, and I actually did fairly well. I went like 40 and something, but this kid, I don't know. I'll try and find his gamer tag, and I'll put it on here so you guys can talk trash to him if you want. Oh, I sure am. I'm not one to talk trash that much, but, you know, when people really piss me off, it really gets to me. In some situations, but he was saying like, oh, you know, you suck, you know, you're using a shotgun. I was like, bro, I'm doing the supply drop challenge. Like, I could easily, you know, this is just a competitive side of me. I was like, I can easily defeat you or like outplay you any day of the week. And we're sitting here and we get into the next match, which is, I believe, Biolab Uplink. And I was doing fairly well. I had a hot start. You know, he was a little bit slow, and then I started to slow down a little bit. He was getting like higher, and he was killing me decent amount, and I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. And I finally started to look into where he was killing me from. He was camping in blue building. He was literally camping there. I was running around trying to get the uplink in, you know, trying to play as aggressive as I could, try to win us the game, and he was camping. It was halftime, and he was like, oh, bro, you're trash, you know, I'm killing you. I was like, bro, you're camping. Like, this is pubs anyway. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But obviously, you know, the pub stars, if they want to call themselves that, still think that they're, you know, amazing. Until, you know, we actually, I wasn't gonna 1v1 them. I think that 1v1s are pointless. I mean, I'll do them in wagers for money, but 1v1s to me, or it doesn't take any skill. 2v2s a little bit more. 3v3 depends. 4v4 obviously it's competitive, so it takes skill. But I'm not saying any of them like don't take skill. I'm just saying it's people play weird as hell. Like if you ever played dubs or singles, like people play weird as hell. But we're straying way too far off topic today. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk to you guys about today. Oh, and sorry guys, my ex-teammate just called me. I don't know if I'm gonna cut that out or not. Not that big of a deal. But yeah, I left the game and I actually didn't leave the game. I lagged out of the game, and he sent